Okay. So, Pichu Duck Hunt. Everything that works against Pikachu works against Pichu, except it works even better because Pichu just dies really, really, really early. And Pichu's like lack of range means that Shield Can works even better. And Shield Can kills Pichu ridiculously early. Not to mention all your aerials kill him ridiculously early. And the fact that he doesn't even have a hitbox on his up B means it's even easier to like catch that if they decide to do a lot of quick attack canceling as well. So there's a lot of really easy things to catch with Pichu. Not to mention the way that his T-Jolt works sometimes is better and sometimes isn't. It's kind of a 50-50 whether it works out better for him or not. Overall, it doesn't interfere with Can as much. Oh. Full Metal Ross. Thanks for the follow. Overall, like the angle doesn't interfere with Can as much because it's steeper, so it just kind of gets straight to the ground. So you can control the air a lot better with the Can because of that. Lightning loops with Pichu are obviously really good, but they don't really lead to kills anymore. So you don't have to necessarily worry about that. The only time it might is like I think he can do a loop at the ledge that can lead to a down air spike. But I could be wrong about that. Overall, I do think he's a little bit better at edge guarding Duck Hunt compared to Pikachu just because of the way that his T-Jolt works. I think just generally speaking, it's a better angle for that. But yeah, no, outside of that, Pikachu just has a much easier time just mostly due to the range. Doesn't hurt himself as well. So, even if Pichu's like winning like 50% of the exchanges and all that stuff, basically you just need to get one opening and he dies. So in that respect, because of how easy it is for us to get openings, it's really hard for Pichu to like live in this matchup. But of course, just like the way that the rats are by their nature, they can kind of just keep pressuring you over and over and over again. And sometimes with some of their weird electrical properties, it's even hard to can out sometimes. Generally, that shouldn't be an issue, but that can come up. And because of the nerf to Pichu's Hurtbox, the Clay Pigeon actually does hit him a lot easier. But then again, this is not a matchup you use Clay Pigeon for, so don't get into the habit of doing that. And we're going to get music back. And let me see. I wasn't reading what you guys were saying. Yeah, no, that stuff's really good. Like, I would say like pre-patch where like Pichu had like guaranteed death combos at like kind of everywhere. It definitely was probably slightly in Pichu's favor, but like after they nerfed that, they nerfed his Hurtbox. Oh god, this matchup became a lot easier. Yeah, so that's one thing you got to be careful about. So when you ping Can and you're like platform lengths away, Pichu can just run under and grab you. So that is actually not a safe distance to spawn Can. Okay, you're doing pretty good dodges so far. So something that I'm noticing, like, okay, there we go. Yeah, so you need to do a lot more of that, Shield Can. Because like I notice you ping your Can a lot, like, right outside your shield. But that's not necessarily good, because he can swat it away with his electricity. And it allows him to, like, actually go in and pressure your shield without having to worry about the Can. You don't want that. Like, Pichu does not physically have an answer to Shield Can when you have it set up properly. I think you could ping the Can, but yeah, this works too. Honestly, since it's been a long time, I haven't really looked up Pichu's safety on shield, so let me check that real quick. So down tilt, -4 on shield. Okay, yeah. So if the Pichu down tilts his shield, I would just hold shield in that instance. Okay. I like the idea there. I didn't even notice I turned that around. Yeah, see, he died center stage to Bear at 100. God, there's so little work that you need to do to actually get this character to die. There we go. Yeah, he's like 2 combos away from death now. Okay, there we go. Yeah, when you have can set up like that, you need to reset it. Good stuff. Good, 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 good. I'm surprised you got that to work. Yeah, you're... Oh, God, why did you do that? Yeah, if you're making plays like that, you're just asking to lose. Unless you just had a really, really good call out. Okay, good stuff. Keep in mind, in that position where you went for down tilt, if you went for down angled F tilt, that probably would have killed him too. Down throw, yeah, that unfortunately Pichu's too light, so that's not going to exactly kill him, but that will kill him. Yeah, if you're ready for it, just plat drop Nair would have killed. I mean, not killed, it would just hit him. And then that would have led to a grab. Ooh, no, why didn't you go for just the can ping? Remember, can ping, the explosion is determined on the side they're in, so when he did that grab, can ping would have launched him back this way, and you probably could have jump backyard him. 4th row, can. Yeah, so that's the unfortunate thing is Pichu's one of those characters, if you do Clay Pigeon on his shield, it'll be a little bit too high for that to actually hit him when you explode it, so don't rely on that being a safe way to keep him out. Yeah, don't land on top of... Oh, God, don't do this. Just stay grounded. There's no reason for you to jump. Oh, God. No! Okay. So after you go for an air against Pichu, if he rolls into you, you F-smash him, he's dead at that percent. Like, he's just gone. If he rolls away, then you can throw out a can. So then that way it's like, okay, I'll cover his jump approach option, and then by the time that he's able to act, I can... By the time he's able to, like, dash at you, you should be able to shield, spot dodge, or, like, hit him. Okay, he's not approaching you, so he at least understands this aspect of the matchup. That's not going to kill. Can. Good stuff. Yeah, you just got to be a little bit careful, more careful with your can. That was actually really smart. So it basically prevented you from dying. Oh, man. That was really good spacing on this. Oh, stop, please don't hard swing. Down throw. Yeah, just take the damage. It's Pichu. He's allowed to do that. Yeah, you just kind of mistimed your up air. Otherwise, that would have killed him. Also, something you need to keep in mind is when Pichu's at this percent, you can literally wait for Pichu to approach you, and as long as you press the B button, he will just die. As long as he approaches you and he does not throw up a shield, like, just Canicide will kill Pichu before it ever kills you. So that you got to remember that's another option you have available to you. So even if he decides to edge guard you, you just deciding to, like, do the Canicide will just automatically kill him. Oh, yeah, you got to stop going in. I'm so shocked that you got that. There we go. He's dead. I've been figuring things out. Okay, that's good. Wait, what? Oh, that's a replay. I was a little confused. Okay, yeah. No, I mean... Don't worry, like spacing as a concept is like a really hard thing to grasp, like when you're when you're first starting out, but like the more and more time that you spend with it, like the more and more you're gonna get better with it. I mean, overall, you played that first match fine, so I don't know what your problem was. But yeah, no, I mean the thing is, as you saw, like he physically cannot approach you in those situations, and he at least understands that, so he understands that aspect of the matchup. And if you just keep playing it to a point where it just like frustrates him, then he's gonna just have to like have such a hard time and discipline just to get in. Oh, what was that? Yeah, like when you do that back throw can right there, you gotta remember like when you set it up, it should send him back towards you so you can do the up air sequence there, and he'd live, but he'll do a lot of damage. Remember, if you're both shielding on top of can and he knows about shield can, you can just grab him. Most of the time he's not gonna be able to spot dodge it. He's more concerned about getting hit by the can than anything. Just don't pummel, because the pummel's going to explode it. Yeah. So if you miss your tech, you die. Yeah, see? There you go. You'll eventually get hit by it. Up there, good stuff. Yeah, that's why you don't go for Clay Pigeon. Now you're dead. So, like, if there's a couple of characters where it's like, you have to know, like, if they can blow you up off a single touch, you don't go for Clay Pigeon unless it's, like, a guaranteed read that's going to work. So, just don't do that. For the love of God, don't do that against Pichu. He's way too airborne for Clay Pigeon to be a reliable move against him. Like, the only time you should ever be going for Clay Pigeon against, like, a Pichu or Pikachu is if he's falling down with Thunder Jolt and it's staled. Because when it's staled, Clay Pigeon rips right through it. And at that point, you know he needs to land. So that way, there's a guarantee to it. But outside of that, you basically never use that move. Ah, yeah, a little bit off your mark there. Yeah, he had a pretty clear path to get that way. Oh, look at that air dodge. Yeah, over there, like, you know, Pichu's just one of those characters. Like, if he can get those jab block setups, then you're just gonna die ridiculously early. So you need to make sure you're on point with your techs and all that stuff too. That's just kind of an aspect of the matchup. You know, like, just focus on playing a lot safer. Focus on spacing them out with fairs and whatnot. Watch your jumps too. And the other thing, too, is, like, you're not keeping in mind his burst range, and that's kind of where you're getting blown up the most. You need to be watching that. So, whenever you're at this distance, like, you're here, and, like, Pichu is, like, from this center dot to, like, this outer ring, this means that when you press, like, the B button, he can run in and punish you. So that, at this range, you do not want to actively press can. Like, here, because you guys just started off and you're on, like, opposite ends, you can summon a can. But, if he gets into the center ring and you're right over here, if you summon a can, he can just dash in and punish you. That's something that you always got to remember with this matchup. You've got to be very, very careful about when you do it, because you need to focus on making sure you can safely do it, and so then that way you can set up. Because otherwise, then, like, the risk reward is just way skewed in Pichu's flavor, because his punish game is amazing. His neutral game is pretty good too. Okay, good that you grabbed ledge, because if you didn't, that would have been bad. So what you did right there, where you back aired can, shielded, waited for Pichu to land, and then threw the can on top of yourself, that's the way that you generally want to play the shield can game against, like, somebody that's really, really experienced to this matchup. So then that way it's like they feel more incentivized and, like, it's, like, okay for them to go in. But, like, if you provide, like, all these trap scenarios where, okay, there's actually a can in play there that they're not fully aware of, that's going to be the best way to capitalize on it. Like, let's say you have can on here and it's going to ping left. So what you do is, like, let's say he's over here, you jump fair, drift back, shield, and then as they're approaching you, you ping can so it lands on top of you. Those are kind of ways that you're going to be doing it. Ooh, yeah, no, you weren't ready for that one. Also, he's reading a lot of your jumps by doing that jump back air. Like, it's just something he's just doing. He's just doing it automatically. He's just reading you with it. It's not that he's even reacting to it. Now that there was a reaction. Oof, yeah, you kind of messed up there. Yeah, if you air dodge straight up, that would have actually made it, but the diagonal, I think, killed you. Okay, at least you got your B reverse. Roll. Okay. Yeah, you sort of had the right idea there. You're just a little bit late on your can. I'm very surprised that back air was actually able to clip you. I thought you would have low profiled it. Dang, that was really good timing by him. He like narrowly avoided the can. Smart. That's kind of the reason why you need to go for like ledge a lot more. Because if you go on stage, he's like guaranteed to get those smash punishes. Ledge, a lot harder for him to get that. Yeah, just camp the can. You killed him with jab. I haven't seen that in so long. I remember when that used to be the old reliable, like, this will eventually kill. See, yeah, that's your issue right there. Like, you provided him the platter of the easy kills. So, missed techs, number one. The other thing, too, is holding in when you're at the ledge. So, like, air dodging into the stage, like, on top platform and below the platform, that is, like, the mid and low-level player slayer. That you, like, literally, it's like, okay, this is how they always like to recover, and they're just going to kill you every single time. Like, Ganondorf players, if they just do that reliably, they will probably make it out of, like, you know, like, regional pools very easily by just knowing that one concept there. So you really, really, really need to watch that out. Because, like, remember, Pichu's, like, one of those characters where, like, 3 combos and you're probably at 2 or 3 combos. You're probably already at death %. So you need to be very, very aware about that. No. You don't want to get back to stage. Generally, you just want to get back to the ledge. Ledge is, like, 90% safer than, like, getting back on stage, especially against, like, a character that can throw out as many moves as Pichu. Because, like, Pichu, he lands, he's instantly, like, able to throw out another move. Yeah. Just remember, like, ledge is much safer to go to than the actual stage itself. And another thing. So, let's say Can has not been sent out yet. One thing that's really nice about fighting Pichu is that so many of his moves are multi-hits in the air. So, like, fair, back air, even his smash attacks like F smash and down smash. Because they're multi-hits, if you decide to go for the frame 1 can out of those options, like, you're just going to get hit by a multi-hit and not by the full thing and then take can damage. So, as a trade, that's not even that bad either. So, that's something that you can do, like, out of up B if you decide to do it. And, like, because, like, F-tilt doesn't really kill you anymore, you don't even have to, like, worry about, like, that move. Like, most of his moves that are going to kill you are multi-hits in this game. So you can actively go for those trades quite a bit, but you just need to be a little bit more careful. The other big issue is that, like, outside the techs and the recoveries, because, like, literally he just exploited that, and that's the reason why you die. You didn't get to play neutral game. What was it? It was... you didn't understand his burst range. Like, you kept summoning your projectiles way, way, way too close to Pichu. So he's able to run in, gets his hits, and then just, like, kind of kill you off of that. So you need to play to that way, 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 way more. Also, is this best of 5? Or is this best of 3? I guess I'll figure it out in a second. Just by the looks of it, I'm assuming that's a best of... A best of 5. Okay, so we got one more game then, at the very least. Oh, yeah. Also, yeah, against Pichu and Pikachu, you just want, like, wide open stages. So Small Battlefield's a good neutral pick. But, like, overall, if you can do FD, Kalos... Kalos maybe not just because of the walls there. Hold up. Let me look at the stages. So FD, Small Battlefield's not too bad. Pokemon Stadium is actually really good because that's the largest stage to go to. And, like, the walls aren't really walls there, so you can still kind of get back from those. Those are probably the ones that I would choose to go to. Oof, yeah. Please don't shield can yourself. Yeah, you just gotta be ready to shield. Also, like, have your when you're going for shield can and, like, he's at low percents, know exactly what area you want to do, like, there. So, like, there, when you did that shield can, if he goes forward, that should have been, like, an automatic fair or nair if that was possible, or up air if that could have connected. Other way, you just dash back and then you set up. So just, like, kind of have those more on lock. Because, like, against Pichu, like, you're just going to get so much of your damage just started off of shield can. Oh, yeah, he caught your jump too. That was smart. There you go. Yeah, not the smartest of recoveries there. Good stuff. Oh, no. You got too lost in the sauce. See, the next can trade will actually kill both of you. Okay, smart. Yeah, just focus on circle camping. Oh, God, no. No, see, that's why you died. Okay, he did hit you. Yeah, so that's what you do. Whenever you get him over there, you just dash to center, and then you wait for their option, and then you just cover the rest with up air. All right. Just got the clip. But yeah, see that's why you don't go for clip. Oh my god. Oh, you always gotta be aware of that can. Yeah, he's at a little bit too low percentage for the full hop up air to connect there. Even if it's Pichu. You got to be very careful with going for those full swings. So you got to remember, like, even if you go for F smash, he can basically get a clay pigeon punish on you. See, drifting into stage also got you killed right there. The other thing too is, like, now you're finding yourself just running into him nonstop, which that should not be happening at all. Pichu's running towards you, and then you should be spacing him out with fair, because your fair outranges everything that Pichu has. Not to mention, that trade's always going to be in your favor. Because as I mentioned before, it's just like Pichu has way too many multi-hits to have, like, favorable trades. Actually, realistically, should... No! That was a down-angled F-tilt. That would have killed him. Like, when you're waiting at roll distance, just be ready to kill him off the roll. Don't go for anything too fancy. Yeah, you got to remember he's also got that landing hitbox on Dare. Oh, see, again, you went on stage, and then you died. So you got to stop doing that. Just go to the ledge. Trust me, the ledge is not a bad place to be. That will save your life way more times than it's going to kill you. And don't go for those risky options like Clay Pigeon and F Smash. Like, F Smash is good to throw out once in a blue moon if you have a good read, but that is not a consistent option you use to space in neutral. Just Clay Pigeon and F Smash are not those options for you. Yeah, you need to... Against Pichu, where he dies at like 130, you need to do F-tilt at ledge. Like, F-tilt at ledge is the most consistent way to kill with this character out of all of them, especially down-angled F-tilt as well. So you need to make sure that you're going for that option. The other thing too is just like you've been doing way too many options that are the easy kill option. Like, again, you consistently miss your tech. Like, the one time he didn't kill you off that jab is because he jabbed one too many times. And then the other thing too is like you're always drifting on stage there, and he's just ready with a down smash every single time now. So like the fact that he's doing down smash right there at ledge means if you grab ledge, you can drop down and up air him. And at 141, like an up air would just raw kill him at that moment. So you just need to be way more aware of that. Just be aware of what's getting you killed. Going for high risk, high reward options like Clay Pigeon and F Smash. Those are leading to your direct death a lot of times. Landing on stage by air dodging in is leading to your direct death. Like, I would say 85% of the times you got your stock was because of that reason. The other thing too is like you're just going a little bit too far into him, and you're not really paying attention to what percent he's at to know what combos you can get after the can hits him as well. So there's just a lot of refinement that you need in order to do it. The way that you played it game one was just like a lot more of the way you should be playing it. I think you just were a lot safer overall, like with the way that you're spacing your aerials and whatnot. And then as it just went on, you just did way too, like either he just caught onto your habits a lot harder and just kept hard punishing them, or you just like kind of fell into those habits because you were just getting more scared. I'd have to go back and watch game one again to see exactly what type of mental state you were in. Yeah, no, it's like game 2 to 4. It was just like, it was the easiest panic options to pick up on and punish you. So you just had to play a lot more relaxed. And if you did that, you'd be fine. Like, this is the thing to remember about Pichu. Like, sure, he might do like 60, 80% to you off of one combo. And, you know, he might kill you early if you let him. But, like, he's the character that you can reliably throw at Can, and you can actually expect him to die. Like, you don't have to worry about playing a long, grueling game against him. Like, once he's at 150, anything you do, like, if you just touch Pichu, he's just going to die. If you just touch him with a can at all, it doesn't matter where he is on stage. And as long as you keep that in the back of your head, it's like, okay, I endure the combos. Let me just make sure I avoid the situations where I get killed by something. And as long as you do that, you will live significantly longer against this character. Like, do not land on stage. Make sure you get your techs. Make sure you're not throwing out really laggy options within burst range, because those are the ways you die. If you avoid those, you basically took out like any reliable way that Pichu's going to kill you, because he's got no range. And, like, he doesn't really have a good way to, like, flat out kill you off an approach. Like, he needs to get a setup for it. So, like, generally, like, you know, the no text one's a pretty big one. Or if you air dodge into him is, like, another one. So it's like you need to give him the laggy option for him to actually get in and kill you. Otherwise, he's going to have a really hard time doing that. Especially, like, if you're able to trade with him. Like, if he's always coming at you with multi-hits and you're consistently able to hit that with fair, you're going to win that every single time, because he's doing, like, 2 or 3% to you. And not only that, when he's doing those multi-hit moves, he's generally doing damage to himself as well. So not only is he doing no damage to you, you're hitting him with your own aerial, and he's doing damage to himself as well. So, like, that just compounds exponentially. And if you're keeping your can, like, relatively fresh because, like, you're just waiting for those moments to get hits on him, then Can's going to kill him even earlier too. So it's like, there's just so many things that snowball against Pichu's favor. And it's like, if you just understand how to space your fair against him, how to catch him approaching against you, and you understand when it's safe to pull your projectiles and, like, your more risky moves, you'll find it significantly harder for yourself to die in those situations. So you just gotta be a little bit more aware of that. Overall, like, obviously your air dodges, like when you're recovering high, those were really bad. But, like, when he got you off stage, whatnot, and you went to, like, the ledge, I don't think those recoveries were too terrible. Sometimes you had Can to cover yourself, and, like, even when you did it in situations where even when he did, like, the Thunder Jolt against it, it didn't exactly kill you. So that wasn't bad. It was just, like, your on-stage recoveries, those are really bad. Those were, like, some of the most misguided things that I've seen from, like, just regular Duck Hunt players in general when they're just coming up. But yeah, no, outside of that, understand your can punishes a little bit better. That was kind of weak too. Like, your third cans were generally pretty weak. You're really good at getting them. Like, at least you can get your opponent to hit the can. It's just what you do after that. You need to develop a little bit more. You need to understand the nuances of that. Like, that felt lacking. I don't think you landed a single clay pitch. If you did, it was just like you got nothing off of it. Let me think. What else was there? And yeah, and just, like, understand how to utilize Shield Can a little bit better in this matchup. Like, obviously he knows the matchup, so he wasn't rushing in all the time. But, like, there were plenty of times where he was still approaching you and you're able to get the can to yourself. So understand that nuance of running and then you run up to the can, or you have the can run up to you to, like, punish him for it. Because when you get that down, then you're going to find your openings a lot more. And when you understand your punishes off of that, you're going to do a lot more damage to him. And yeah, if you could just play safe against him, you'll have a hard time coming in, and then Can will just kill him naturally from there. Are there any questions that you had about the matchup specifically that you just didn't get answered yet? This is the time to do that. Also, while this is going on, don't forget, if you do want to see my Duck Hunt matchup chart, move that way a little bit. If you do want to see my Duck Hunt matchup chart, we are doing a sub goal. If we do get 10 subs, we get that sub goal down there to that, then I will do my Duck Hunt matchup chart, and you'll be able to see my thoughts and opinions on all of his matchup spread from there. Also, I still believe we're in the month where they're doing the special where if you sub, then you get like 20% off your first sub and all that stuff. And I know it just increases with each subsequent sub. So, nice way to help me out and help support the Duck Hunt community. Okay, if he's running at you, you have every option available to you. It's just that you can't summon your projectiles. That's it. Like, while the duck is not a sword, you can treat the duck like a sword. And the other thing too is, like, if Pichu's running at you, he doesn't really have like great approach options per se, Like, he can run up fair, he can run up jab, he can run up F tilt. But that's kind of about it. Like, this character does not have range on him at all. So, you know, jab, got no disjoint to it. Up tilt, a little bit of a disjoint, but he's not really using that in this game anymore. Up tilt, not going to approach you with that. Down tilt, you know, maybe. It's not a bad move. And, like, the tail is a bit disjointed. Dash attack, as you can see, you can hit the ears before it hits you. So that's not a move he's probably going to approach you with. And then, you know, probably not going to run up and do a smash attack, so you don't really have to worry about that. Nair, this is pretty good. But, you know, still, you can still hit the hurt box, too. So, you know, your fair is going to trade pretty favorably with that. Forward air. So this move is weird. So while it does cover his entire body, as you can see, the disjoint against his head is not great. And if you're just trading with those like initial hits, it's not going to do much. So, you know, like 3.5% compared to like your 7% off of fair. I think it's 7%. It might be more. Oh, fair's like 10% now. But if you get the late hit, 7.5. So like, there's two things you need to keep in mind. First of all, this is really long. This is not a long move. This is a very short move. Also, forward air comes out frame 10. Your fair comes out frame 7. So pretty easy to stuff out. Not to mention from the beak. So like the head is where the hurt box stops. From the beak onwards, a disjoint. So you can in fact just flat out beat out Pichu's fair with your own fair if you space it correctly. So always keep that in mind. Decent disjoint there. So that's one way that you can beat it out. The ground is sort of the same thing where you got like F tilt's got like a disjointed beak and whatnot. Not really like the best thing to keep people out with, but you know, option. Down tilt, honestly, Pichu probably has a pretty hard time contesting this move just because it's like he doesn't have great grounded approach options. So if he's like doing his aerials, you can kind of down tilt and then like jab him when he's coming in. Not to mention, you also have the most disjointed pivot grab in the world, so you can beat him out with that. Back air can also beat him out. Up air kind of eats Pichu alive. Pichu doesn't really have a good answer to this move. Like even this part of up air 1 will beat out the entirety of the disjoint of this. Like that's going to lose to this. What else is there? And always, just don't forget how powerful pivot grab is. Like, Pichu does not have any move that can physically outrange this. So if you see a Pichu running towards you, you can just do a pivot grab too, and that will catch literally every single option that Pichu has. So probably even outranges is like F smash. Maybe not. Maybe it does. It's a little hard to tell on that one. Yeah, I think like the only move that's kind of weird is like down air. But if you look at it, it's not really a disjointed. Oh wait, okay, yeah. So his ears are intangible. So it does have a disjoint there. But like your up air can still beat it out. And actually the ears are not intangible during the lingering hits. Only the strong hit is, and then like the lingering hits, you can up air that because you can hit his ears. I think too, this is active frame 14, so not really something you need to deal with. Back air's frame 5, so that's quick. But again, when he's doing back air, you know, this is kind of what it looks like. So it gets a little bit smaller and you can hit parts of him too. So like, don't be afraid to trade with him. And then yeah, this is kind of the weird hitbox, is down air landing. So you can see it's not large because you got to remember how small Pichu is. So it just kind of stretches out a little bit. And if he does the landing hitbox, it's -16 on shield. So if he down airs on your shield, just like if he's in front of you, you can up smash that. If not, just like turn around and grab him or jab him. Yes, you did miss the beginning of the stream. Yeah, like you gotta remember, like Pichu doesn't really have good ways to approach. Like, I mean, theoretically, he could just run up an F tilt. Dash attack's frame 6, so that's relatively fast. But, like, you know, you got to keep in mind, like, this character just does not have range. So if you throw out a hitbox whenever he's, like, trying to throw out his own at you, you're going to be beating him on those exchanges, like, 9 times out of 10. So that's the thing. Just don't be afraid to hit this character as he's running at you. Just don't be stupid how you do it. But yeah, generally speaking, yeah, Fair's going to be your best friend against dealing Pichu. Oh, what's up, Red? Odieuxpony, which one are you? I'll know then. But yeah, no, that's basically what you want to do. Just go for trades. Pivot grab's also good too. All right, I think that's gonna be enough for this one.